Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys 4 different AFK Magic Training methods, and we're going to start off with the lower level methods, but first, I want to show you guys an overview of all 4 methods. Well, listed on screen now are the 4 methods, and I have the level and XP per hour that you can be expecting, and I also have included the timestamp, so if you guys are looking for any specific method, you can jump to that part. Anyway, let's start with the Bandit Camp method. So starting off is the Bandit Camp method, and this is more of a lower level AFK method, although this is the optimal setup that you guys can have. So for the ability bar, you want to have Corruption Blast, that is a must, and then followed by Tsunami, Dragon Breath, Chain, Sonic Boom, and then I have Sacrifice in there as well to give me a little bit of health, and then I combust, and then following that it doesn't really matter. And so if you have noticed, the first 5 abilities are area effect damage, and that is the most important for this method. So looking at the gear, I am using some Subjugation along with the Armadillo Battle Staff, although any really armor will work, just for the best for your level. So if you are a level 50, wear Mystic Robe gear, and that really should be fine. One thing that you do need is a God Affinity item, so I have the Subjugation armor, so that does work for that. If you don't, you can wear an Unholy Necklace or even a Zamorak arrow or something like that. And depending on your level, you should bring food. So if you're a low level, fill your inventory with food. Also bring a shield so you can use Rejuvenate to heal up. So the bandits are located in the Caridian Desert. So you can get here from the Lodestone, which is just directly to my east. But now that you are here, the bandits should be aggressive to you if you do have that God Affinity item, and that is what you want. So for this method, there is sort of a higher level method and a lower level method with it. So if you are a higher level and you can take some hits, you want to go in the spot where I am. So in the spot where there are many bandits, and then turn your auto retaliate on, and it will be pretty AFK from here. If you are a high enough level, you won't even need food or anything, so it is pretty great here. If you do need to heal, you can switch to your shield and then use Rejuvenate. This is an ultimate ability, so it will use 100% adrenaline, and you can also only use it every 180 seconds. Alternatively, you can also bring the Enhanced Excalibur if you do have that. And so for the lower level method, you can actually go in the one of the tents around here that only has 2 bandits, so this will mean you will take a lot less damage. So you can go to either room. There's that little building to my right, and then there's this little building that I am walking into right now. So this will make it a lot easier. You will take a lot less damage. So if you are around like level 30, then this will probably be the better spot to go. Now this method isn't the best for XP per hour, but it is really AFK, and it is one of the first AFK methods that you guys can actually do. So that is what makes it so great. You can get around 50k XP per hour, I'd say, in this building, and then upwards to 150k in the other building. Also bringing a Bone Crusher would help here as well. You'll get a little bit of prayer XP while you are AFK. The nice thing about this method is that you only need to touch it every 5 or 10 minutes to make sure that you don't log out. Other than that, it is fully AFK, which is what I like so much about it. Anyway, moving on to the next method, we have killing Ogres, and this is mostly for level 40 to 60. This method isn't as AFK as the other ones that I'm going to be showing you in this guide, but it is a pretty nice method to get some XP when you're around level 40 to 60. So to get here, you'll want to use the Yanil lodestone and then just walk a little bit to the west. You'll find the spot where I am. And you actually safe spot these ogres, which is what makes it kind of AFK. You won't need any food or anything, so it'll be pretty simple. And you can even use just a regular air staff and no runes, and you'll be just fine here. So that being said, you actually don't even need to be level 40. You can actually do this from the lowest magic level possible. I'm not really sure if level 1 would work, just because you may not even get any hits off. But just have a reasonable magic level when you go here. I'd say at least level 20 or 30 would be fine. And then as for the abilities, I would use the same action bar as before, which I'll just place on screen now. And then I am actually using the same armor as the last method, but really just use the best gear you actually have. It really doesn't matter too much, as the ogres won't be hitting you. And again, just like the previous method, a Bone Crusher would be really useful here, and you get a little bit of prayer XP on the side. While killing ogres, you can expect around 100k to 150k XP per hour. The 100k is if you are killing about 600 of these per hour, which means 10 every minute, which is fairly easy to do. I'm at 99 magic, so I would be killing them a lot faster than most of you guys, but I was getting well over 10 per minute. So now moving on to the next method, we have the Abyssal Training method, and this is one of the best and probably my favorite AFK Magic Training method there is. So really you will want the same gear as I mentioned in the last two methods. It is really the best for all these AFK methods. And you want to go to the Abyss, so use the Zamrock Mage as you saw me do on screen, and go to one of these two spots on the map. So the west spot is the best, but if it is crowded, you can go to the east spot. Now this spot is fairly populated, so you may need to hop the world when you come in. And so if it is crowded, you can go to this spot right here. It is a safe spot, so you can hop worlds. Also, you can turn your Charming Imp to destroy the Abyssal Charms, which will give you a little bit of summoning XP here as well. So once you have found an open world, you can go to one of the two spots that I showed on screen. So here I'm going to go to the west spot. As you can see, all of the Abyssal Walkers and creatures come around me, and I'm doing a massive area effect damage because of my action bar. So the most important ability for this method is going to be Corruption Blast, and you can get this ability by buying the Mazcap ability Codex. It is fairly expensive. It is about 17 mil to buy it, but it is definitely worth it. It will boost your XP per hour by roughly 20 to 30% while doing this method. And you can actually get up to 700k XP per hour, which is just amazing for a fully AFK method. You shouldn't need any food at all. Maybe just bring a few emergency shark just in case. The Blood Amulet of Fury is really important for this method. This will passively heal you while you are in combat, so this is a really important item for this method. It will keep your health up pretty high. And then you don't really need to match my other gear. I'm using Subjugation along with the Armadillo Battle Staff. Alternatively, you can use the Blood Barrage, but this does cost a lot more as you were using Blood Runes. If you do have the Armadillo Battle Staff, you can just use Air Surge, which will give you just about the same XP per hour. It is a lot cheaper though, so that is the main reason why I went with the Armadillo Battle Staff. The Blood Runes should give you roughly 5% more XP per hour, but personally I much prefer going with the Armadillo Battle Staff. Now moving on to the last method, we have killing Abyssal Demons. So these are located in the Slayer Tower. First you want to go to Marcus and claim your Abyssal Demon contract for 200 Abyssal Demons. This will allow you to gain a little bit of Slayer XP while you are doing this. For the gear setup, this is going to be the optimal setup. So I have my subjugation, I have my noxious staff, but I am also using the demon horn necklace and the attuned ectoplasmator with the ghostly essence to charge it. So this setup is going to be the best because the ectoplasmator will allow you to instantly scatter the ashes, and while you scatter the ashes, the demon horn necklace will allow you to gain about 50 prayer points every time you do, meaning you will have unlimited prayer while you are doing this method, so you actually don't need any prayer potions at all. And as you can see, I do have some prayer potions in my inventory, but I actually did not need them. So you'll want to go to the Abyssal Demons at the top of the Slayer Tower. This will require 70 agility to get here, so this will be for the best spot. And then you'll simply want to start attacking the Abyssal Demons and drink your aggression potion. And so instantly there should be a lot of Abyssal Demons around you, and you'll have your area effect abilities, so the action bar that I showed you earlier. And then you should be getting about 1 million magic XP per hour. So this method is pretty crazy. It does cost a little bit extra just for the attuned ectoplasmator just to charge it, because the ghostly essence is fairly expensive, but it is the best AFK Magic XP in the game. So looking at a few things that would actually optimize this method, first is the Supreme Overload or Overload. That will boost your XP per hour by quite a bit. But other things that will really help are some invention perks. So a few of the really important invention perks include Aftershock, and this deals additional damage in an area of effect radius. So this will definitely help. Then there is also Corroming, and Corroming makes your chain ability hit 8 enemies, which definitely will help. And then lastly, there is Demon Slayer, which gives you a 7% damage boost to the Abyssal Demons. So this is a pretty important perk as well. It should boost your XP per hour by 7%, so getting you up to that 1 mil XP per hour. And then looking at the items that you want just to collect the loot, because you actually do make about 2 mil per hour while doing this method, 2 mil profit that is. So you will want a spring cleaner. This will disassemble all the rune salvage for some pretty good profit, and you don't even need to pick it up. And then you should have your area effect loot on. So this makes it so you don't have to run around to get all the loot. You can just click on one loot pile, click the space bar, and you should get all the notable drops in your inventory. Gem bag is pretty important as well, so you can pick up the gems. And then I do have some magic notepaper just in case there's a few extra whips or whatnot. And if you guys are wondering about the loot that you actually get from Abyssal Demons, I recently made a loot from 10 hours at Abyssal Demons, so if you guys want to check that video out, it will be linked in the description down below. And before I end the video, I do want to mention that you do not need the ectoplasmator and the demon horn necklace. You can do it without. If you did it without, you would probably get around 600k to 700k magic XP per hour. And then you would just need prayer potions instead, so your inventory would want to look kind of like mine. So I have a bunch of prayer potions and super prayer renewals. And then you should bring your aggression flasks for sure. So I'd say bring 2 or 3 every time you come, depending on how long you actually want to stay. Anyway, that is it for this method. If you guys have any questions about any of the methods that I have mentioned in this video, feel free to comment them down below. I really hope you guys did enjoy this video and you found some of these methods helpful. I try to go really in depth into a lot of them, so I really do hope that helped. Anyway guys, I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.